The first box was for a boy who had fever. Kojo made it from poor wood because poor wood was what they gave him for children. The boards were thin and full of splinters, and he planed them until his hands burned, trying to make the inside smooth enough for a small boy. The boy's mother stood outside the workshop with both hands pressed against her belly, rocking though there was no child in her arms. Kojo knew that rocking. He had seen Abina do it with Amma when the child fell asleep. He drove each nail slowly, hating the sound. Tap, tap, tap. Every strike seemed too loud for something so small. When the box was done, he carved 3 tiny circles beneath the lid where no one would see. Circles to keep the child from wandering too far in dreams. That night, after they buried the boy, Kojo woke to hear a child laughing under the floorboards. Next morning, the mother said she had dreamed of her son walking home through a field of white flowers, carrying a little wooden bird. The second box was for a woman who died after childbirth. They brought her to Kojo before sunrise, wrapped in a sheet already dark at the hips. The baby lived. That was what everyone said, as if life and death had balanced their books and found the exchange acceptable. Kojo looked at the woman's face and thought of Abina's hand gripping his wrist when Amma came screaming into the world. He remembered fear, sweat, blood, prayer, and then the fierce living noise of his daughter. This woman had given the world a cry and kept none for herself. Kojo built her coffin wider at the shoulders because he could not bear the thought of her being cramped after such labor. Beneath the bottom plank, he carved a comb with a road on its back, the same road he had once carved for Abina. When they lured the woman into the earth, the baby began crying in the arms of an old aunt. The cry stopped only when Kojo placed one hand on the coffin lid. For years after, people said that child could sleep only when wood creaked nearby. The third box was for an old man whose back never healed. He had been bent for so long that death could not straighten him. They brought him to Kojo in the afternoon, and the overseer complained that the body would be trouble to fit. Kojo said nothing. He measured the old man with care, following the curve that years of pain had forced into the body. He built the coffin with a slight curve inside, gentle enough to hold the body as it had lived. While he worked, he noticed scars across the old man's palms and remembered seeing him years before, teaching children how to find cassava by the leaves and how to listen for rain in the air. The estate remembered his labor. The children remembered his hands. Kojo carved leaves along the inside edge of the box, small and hidden, one for every child the old man had helped feed. At the burial, the ground was hard. The men struggled with the hole. Just before sunset, a smell rose from the dirt, rich and wet and green, though no rain had fallen. That night, every cassava plant behind the quarter stood taller. Kojo never told anyone what he carved inside the coffins. The dead knew. That was enough.